Well, when I tell you that this is their end game, this is what they want to do. They want to censor things. They're going to do everything in their power to censor all type of entertainment, the internet. What they feel is that they should not be out there. And this is not only in the U.S. This is happening, throughout the world. You see it in Russia. You see it in Australia. You see it in the United Kingdom. And recently we've heard from Japan that it's happening there too, because there are those in certain political parties out there that want to censor manga, they want to censor anime, they want to censor the figurines, all the cool stuff that a lot of the fandoms love to purchase on there. Whether they have fan service in it, don't have fan service in it, they just don't like it. Recently, there are people criticizing gushing magical girls, and it happens to be very popular right now. Supposedly, I think they released the volume 1 on the Blu-ray or something to that nature, and it's already outselling Free Ren, which is another popular anime out there, and they're both stories are very good. But see, the thing about it is that a lot of these guys, you can call it cancel culture or all that. They don't read these things. They just flip through pages, or they get the cliff notes on the situation, and doesn't understand the stories. Everything that comes out of Japan is really good stories. I mean, sometimes they come out with some bad stuff, and that does happen. And it usually, we had in the 1980s, we had a ton of bad stuff, which turned out to be cult classics on there. But Nichi Gamer, one of the news websites out there that prints a lot of this stuff, talks about anime and all that, and gaming. And gaming's another situation there. They printed a story at the end of March. It's about the Communist Party in Japan. And they're encouraging members to report fan service manga to the United Nations. Okay? Let's put it in simpler terms. What they're promoting is something what Morality and Media has been trying to do, and they've been successful on one or two things. Morality and Media got Sports Illustrated Bikini Edition banned from the front ends. Actually, all Sports Illustrated banned from the front ends of Walmart's registers. And the same thing with Cosmopolitan. Why? Because in a way, it kind of teases sex a bit. I mean, they don't like women in bikinis. They don't like women being shown in bikinis. What's wrong with that? It's not nudity. It's being sexy. Sex sells. You have artwork out there of women that are men and women that are out there, either some sort of like lightly clothed or completely nude. I mean, you're going to ban that as well? I mean, this is what they're looking for. And in this case, the Japanese Communist Party is trying to push people to contact the United Nations, who's, for some time now has been looking into manga and anime. And, there are those on the panels, this is the money that they're spending to look into this. But meanwhile, there are war crimes that are happening throughout the world, but they want to look at anime and manga as being a problem. Think about this, And there are other things like hunger and disease and all that rampant around the world, but anime and manga is a top thing for them. But let's read into this. The Japanese Communist Party has reportedly created a secret report form to spread amongst its members in order to report young adult manga to the United Nations. Japanese Together blogger Miyasato Nakayama reported finding the form as a QR code in the Shimbun Akihata, the daily newspaper for the Japanese Communist Party. The form asks questions such as whether convenience stores carry adult magazines, and names manga magazines that carry shien titles for young adult men, such as Young Animal, which serializes Berserk. Berserk is a great anime. I mean, I love the 90s version of it. This push to vilify anime and manga appears to be partially contradicted by the party's statement in 2021, where the JCP affirmed their alleged commitment to free expression. No, that's the one thing about the Communist Party. They're going to tell you, yeah, we give you free expression, but that's always, and here it comes, but had reservations on how women are portrayed in creative works. What's even more surprising is in 2010, all 8 JCP Assembly members voted against the bill that would restrict freedom of expression, but a lot can change in 14 years. See, the thing about it is, no matter how much they're going to tell you, yeah, we're not going to take the freedom of expression, but actually they're taking away your freedom of expression. They want to. This is what communism is. Just read the manifestos. Just read read history books on Russia, North Korea, Cuba. You go to Cuba. Here's a perfect example. Because of the embargo and all that, you think people in Cuba are living well off or anything to that nature? No, they still have cars from the 1950s and the 1960s to 70s still working around because they're not up to date on things. The government won't allow you to have the technology you want. You might say, well, it's because of the embargo. No, is they want to keep you. They want to hold on to you. And this is, you go there and you're like, wow, it's a completely different world here. And this is happening all over the place where socialism exists. It has for quite some time now. It has always been a problem. It's never going to be successful. No matter what you say, it's never been successful. All you guys ask, where has socialism been successful? Nowhere. In trying to provoke the United Nations into commenting on Japanese policy of free expression, its advocate of the Vice hit piece on Japanese media, which was literally a piece of garbage hit piece on Japanese media, which conflated fan service in manga and anime with child abuse. See, what they tried to do, and a lot of these mainstream outlets, that they try to compare, they try to push together that anime and manga and cheese pizza are in the same league. No, it's not. They try to say, well, they got this, they got that. They're caricatures, okay? Perfect example is Gushing Magical Girls. Those are caricatures in a story. These are drawn. They don't exist. These are not real characters. And they say, well, you can't have a little new characters on there. Simpsons have been doing it for decades. Simpsons, Family Guy. I mean, we can go down the list of other shows that, animated shows that have done it. They have no problem with Big Mouth. Think about that for a minute. They have no problem with Big Mouth. Why? Because basically it's pushing certain political statements on LGBTQ rights and trans and all that in there, and basically they can't criticize that. They're not allowed to criticize that portion of it. But it's there. It's coming to an end finally, but it is there. I mean, the first season was good, but then they took it to the next level where basically it got too political to the point. Not to making fun of, growing up and, going through puberty and all that. And they could have done a whole lot different than what they did. After Japanese social media users discovered the secret poll, some pointed out the irony of the historically repressed political party wanting to use their authority to restrict freedom of expression. You can find a screen cap of the tweet thread discussion in the JCP below. And you can see this here. It says it all right there for you, And, let's move on to the rest of this article. In contrast to the JCP goal of censoring manga and anime, Japanese politicians and manga artist Ken Akamatsu has been outspoken proponent of free speech and expression in Japan. He's best known for his works as the creator of Love Hina and Negami. Most recently, Akimatsu discussed his campaign to pledge to protect artists and share his concerns that international pressure could lead to censorship in Japan. Akimatsu is a member of the Japanese Liberal Democratic Party. See, the thing is, they don't like this. Hollywood especially. Hollywood wants to take anime and destroy it. Either make it into their own image or destroy it completely. They're the ones helping to push away anime and manga. You already see it in Russia. You already see it in Australia. And, the thing about it is, anime has a strong, repeat, it has a strong group throughout the world, especially Latin America. Latin America, when it comes to anime and stuff like that, it's literally a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl, the World Cup, the World Series, all wrapped up into one when it comes to it. So that shows you how strong it is. One thing in anime and manga, it breaks barriers. It brings all of us together, and that's what they don't want to happen. These are not children's stories. And this is the thing that a lot of people that they criticize it think that anime is kids' cartoons. No, it's not. It is another form of art to basically put a story out, which it'd be cheaper in some ways than making it on film, or easier to create than, say, doing it as a live action. Put it this way, Robotech, very difficult to put on screen. Akira, for many years they've been trying to get it done that way. Look what happened with Cowboy Bebop. The only one they've come close to getting about right is One Piece. One Piece, and also Alita Battle Angel, which did very well to the situation. I mean, it's not exact, but I'll tell you, it gets pretty damn close. It's hard to make these on the big screen. Putting them into an anime, and they do very well on the big screen in an anime form. We've seen it on there, Tokyo Revengers, some of the others that have come out on there, Demon Slayer, and a couple others that have hit the big screen and have done, besides Godzilla, has done very well on the big screen. And the thing about it, some of the classic ones, we've had throughout this year, we have film festivals going on in New York that, supposedly they're selling out very well. I mean, we just did Ghost in the Shell and Paprika. I think they just did Paprika also. And there's a couple of more coming out in the next couple of months at certain particular theaters out throughout in New York and in the U.S. That, it's an art form. It's a very good art form. I mean, we just lost Akira Toriyama, and I just watched Sandland, and it's beautifully done. It's really, I mean, if you haven't seen Sandland yet, it's on Hulu, and it's really well done. It has the glimpses of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in there. In fact, you have a character or two and sort of a look from that era. Like the Red Ribbon Army in a way, and something from the Boo Saga is in there too. Now, I'm not certain if the video game is going to do well on there, because I've heard some people say they've tried the demo, but the thing is, it's still a demo. Full one hasn't come out yet, as of yet. And, you have other things that come out. I mean, you have Macross right now. Big West and Harmony Gold have made a deal now that they're going to correspondingly work together, and we expect to see Disney had bought the rights to Macross. Not all of them. I think 2 or 3 of them will not be included in there. But throughout the world, you'll see it on Disney Plus on there. But in North America, it's going to be on Hulu, supposedly on there. We're trying to get full confirmation, but it looks like Hulu is going to be the place if you want to watch Macross, which is a good thing. And this is some of the stuff that, unless you got it bootlegged or saw it off of Nippon Television, it hasn't really been shown in the U.S., And that's why I tell you, get yourself a DVD player that plays all formats, and you can buy some good stuff. Because I'll tell you, the covers for Gushing Over Magical Girls is a nice cover to that. And, if you want to collect that, hey, listen, have yourself something to play it on, because I don't think that version will be available in the U.S., especially an uncensored version of it. So you tell me in the comments below your thoughts about this. I'll tell you, it doesn't there's not a single day you would not find, you would find an article, talking about someone trying to ban anime and manga. I mean, even here in the U.S., you got Morality and Media and all that. You have these groups that they just literally are trying to put porn, anime, and manga in the same place with cheese pizza. You have nefarious people out there. You got some bad people out there that are going to be doing some things that shouldn't be done. But you can't put that together with the main industry itself. Why don't you do that to Hollywood? Why don't you do that with Hollywood? Because that happens in Hollywood as well. You've seen already what's going on in the music industry, in the rap industry right now. The whole situation, that whole insanity that's going on right now after that arrest, and and they still they're pushing out Lizzo and all these other crazy radicals out there, but they're not putting out good music. It's not good music. It's not good movies. How many failures do you need to take? How many failures? I mean, Disney's already is literally just crashing in their stock because after Iger being put, winning on the board elections on there. So tell me in the comments your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like, share this video, and hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Stay strong, question everything, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are two ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.